When the Christian Brothers brought St. Mary's College to Moraga in 1928, not much was here. They chose the isolated location of Moraga and constructed the campus on top of a swampland. But more than 80 years later, St. Mary's now has a bustling population of almost 4,000 students. Much has changed since 1928, but some things still remain. The spirits of some Gaels who never left. During the day, students hurry to classes, congregate with friends, dine in the cafeteria. But as darkness descends and students slumber, creepy things lurk beyond the surface. Old newspaper articles tell of terrified students who claim to have seen visions of departed brothers in their long robes, and of a headless cadet from the days when St. Mary's was a training ground for the Air Force. Augustine Hall, constructed in 1928, was one of the original dorms on campus. Over the years, it has gained the reputation for many unexplainable occurrences. Ghostly legends of the suicide of a madman on the 5th floor and its occupation by mysterious Satanists haunt the mind of students. One night, a young co-ed awaited the elevator, her back turned as she conversed with her friends. The door dinged, the elevator doors opened, and she stepped in. The only problem was that the elevator was not there. Down she fell in the shaft. Rescuers rushed to the scene. However, as they pressed the elevator door button, the elevator came down upon her, crushing her. Some say her spirit still roams Augustine, crying out for help late at night.
So I'm the RA in Augustine, 4th floor, and I was on rounds with my duty partner the other night, and we heard someone yelling help from the elevator. And it was very strange, so we called the elevator, no one was in the elevator. We checked all the floors, asked people who were in the hall, just standing there, no one heard anything but us. And we went back into the stairwell, and we heard it again, same voice. It wasn't very frantic, it was just like, help! And we couldn't find them, track it down.
But the ghosts don't just haunt the buildings on campus. Eerie stories of spirits who've met untimely deaths still stoke the imaginations of undergraduates. Lake LaSalle was a 14-acre lake that was used for sewage and irrigation. Administrators and construction crews ignored the fact that the side of the lake was an old Indian burial ground, and Indian skeletons were unearthed among the artifacts. Although students were banned from swimming in Lake LaSalle, many students found ways around the ban and snuck down to the lake late at night. One warm October night, 3 football players embarked on a late-night swim. Under a full autumn moon, they hauled a raft down the hilly landscape behind Assumption Hall. In the middle of the lake, one of the students jumped in, but never came back up. Years later, as they were removing the sewage pipes once the lake was long gone, they found the skeletal remains of a human arm. On the hand was a class ring, the initials JW, the boy who had never been found. Does his spirit still wander the backwoods where the lake once was?
I was hiking down by where the lake used to be with my friends, and I started hearing all these noises in the bushes, and so I called out to see who was there, and my friends left me, and I just got the most eerie feeling, and I could never go down there again.
Unwelcome spirits also haunt a place you might least expect. As you cram for your next test in the library, you might just have an unwelcome study partner. Evening circulation supervisor Norman Partridge has spent countless hours alone in the library late at night.
I used to close the building, but when I first got hired and was the closer, we would close at 11:45. I'd be in the building often by myself, be setting the motion detectors to leave. The detectors would show movement in the building when I knew no one was here. No one was here but me. Would come downstairs and the doors would open. You could maybe explain that to electrical glitch or something like that, but it's pretty strange. The corner over here, it's strange because, again, you know, the supernatural is a strange thing, and I've never had anybody come down to the desk and say, wow, I saw a ghost up there. But I have had people come down to the desk and say, is there somebody up there, or is there some other office back in that corner? Because I was standing up there and I heard somebody walking in the next aisle, and I went around the corner and there was nobody there. Is there some other door up there? And this is people who, I've heard this story from people who've been on campus a long time. I've heard this story from people who were here during the summer for just a few days. So it's kind of odd, but it's always that corner. My wife on the phone was very late and saying, hey, I'm about ready to come home. The elevator started running, and I said, hey, this is weird because I know I'm the only one here. I'm going to put down the phone, and I'm going to go over there and open the door and see who's there. And right when I was putting down the phone and got up, I said, this is what people always do in those stupid horror movies before they get it.
Over 80 years of history in this spot has seen generations of students come and go, including some who never left. From old brothers, headless cadets, and past students who have met untimely demises. Some say spirits who have made this their home still roam, haunted St. Mary's.